If the taxi driver said he knew how to drive a bus and the bus had your kids on it to drive them to school, would you just let him drive the bus? Or would you want to see some credentials to see if he knows how to drive a bus, or some background records, his driving records, things like that? We're elevating the outdoor living. Welcome back to the vlog, to day number 8. Guys, I know I've been gone for a few days. You just have no clue how much chaos and inadvertently the chaos. I mean, had some craziness, winds. I mean, you guys knew about the cars. Both cars went down. We are officially back up and running. Isabel has her car. I have my car. We're back into play. But you guys will not believe what happened during the process. We were scheduled to move to a new place from where we were living to a new townhome in March. March 5th is when we were planning to schedule. Our leasing agent, landlord that we were talking to, he had another property that came up, and actually a little better, still nice place. And so Isabel and I, we're business owners, so we make real fast decisions. We looked at each other, shaked on it, and said, let's go. So within 4 days, we had to pack up the house, get everything ready, throw it all in a U-Haul, and race it on over to the new place and get set up. So as of now, I think I still have the same socks on from yesterday. I am recycling the underwears a little bit, so I get to do that. But it has been one crazy month. I mean, you cannot make it up. Hey, I want to give mad shout out to all the support. People who kind of looked out for us during the car debacle. I know I was smiling and everything in that video, but when you think about 2 cars going down, that could be very stressful. Hey, vlog today, come hang out with me today. Pretty active day. First thing I gotta go do, gotta get this hair right, barber. I mean, it's messed up, I look bad. Barber Shop, actually heading there now, gonna hang out with my barber. Then I gotta come back, work on some more blueprints. I got 1 set of prints to get done for a client out in Bolingbrook. Then after that, I'm going to the ILandscape show out in Schaumburg, Illinois. It's actually the same hotel that I think I went to that time when I was doing some work over there. ILandscape. I'll shoot some video, maybe talk to a few people, a few friends I know will be there. Hey, going to the barbershop for me is like a treat. I'm telling you, like, you don't understand. It's like a black man's country club at the barbershop. You can get anything from well, they don't really do DVDs on board, but you can get DVDs, you can get food, you can get knowledge. I mean, we go everywhere from politics to religion to sports to finances. I mean, and it can all happen any day, whatever day, however day it happens. So the barbershop is off the hook. The only problem is when you go in, you better block out a good 2-3 hours, because it's going to be a while before you get out. So what I do is I try to go to the barbershop like on a Tuesday or a Wednesday. Anything past that, you ain't getting in there, or you're not getting out of there. Because even the barber, when he's cutting your hair, he's talking and clowning and telling jokes. There's some times where I come in here to get a haircut, I end up going back to the DJ booth and DJing for like 2 hours as if I didn't come for a haircut. So yeah, I'll try to take you guys in. I know it's going to be slow in there today because, like I said, I purposely picked a day that's not bad because I got stuff to do today. I can't be hanging out for no 2-3 hours kicking it with these cats. There you go, y'all. Made it to the barber shop. About to hang out with my boy. Hey, I have to say he's more my mentor, my good buddy Mike Harden. He's the owner of Fade Braids and Locs. Mike, holla at him for a little bit.
What's up, people? How y'all doing, America? Hey, Happy New Year to y'all. Appreciate it.
That's all he gonna say? Yep. I mean, landscape blog, he just gonna say that real fast? Haircut done, fade in the house. Now I gotta go back, work on those plans, the structure prints, shower, change, iron my clothes, and get right for the event later on this evening. You know, as we head to the ILandscape show, I want to speak on my subject today, and the subject is about choosing the right person. I had 2 very powerful conversations with, I have to say, two great people. George Ocampo out of El Paso, Texas. He's the owner of designer of Go Design. And then Nancy Hannock is a landscape architect that I work with here in Chicago. Like, there's phases and stages, and that's one of the things George was talking about. The reason why I asked the question in the beginning of the blog is do you just let somebody drive a bus if they're not a bus driver, or if they're not licensed to do a certain thing and do a certain thing from that? And it comes to outdoor living. Now, granted, if it wasn't for these rules in outdoor living, there's probably no way I would be in business. There's no way George would be in business. Actually, Nancy is, I think, master's degree at Harvard for landscape design. So she has the whole world of knowledge. She understands the commercial aspect. I mean, the very in-depth. George and myself, we've taken courses and we've just kind of grown from there, and we've grown to this day. If it wasn't for a homeowner saying, hey, let me draw their paver patio, there's probably no way that I could have excelled to the point where I am today. But the point is, the level of what you're looking for in your outdoor living space, I think that's kind of what we're speaking of more is you have to look for that level of what you need in your space. Like, if you have kind of that mid-century modern home, or if you have a custom home, a custom style, you really don't go after just the guy who can draw a paver patio or something like that. You want to have something a little bit more artsy. You mean, and as you move up, like I work with Nancy. There's actually Sharon. I do some other thing on commercial work. So I have a team of people that I can put together. So now I'm at the phase where there's really no level, and there's nowhere on this earth that I can't design a very comprehensive and a very amazing outdoor living space for. And when I mean that on this earth, there's probably not an area, not a space that if I can't come with an idea, I don't have a team member that comes with me and kind of works and looks at everything together and kind of figures it out. And what George and I were talking about is we have this great software that's gaining power. We have the software of CAD. We have the software of 3D. And what's happening is it's getting into the hands of a lot of people. And some people it probably should not be in the hands of. I was talking to George, and I don't know if I can explain this in words, but I'll try to. There's a lot of top-down designing going on. And what I mean by that is because we have software, they can just kind of look down on their computer screens and look down and kind of draw spaces and draw areas and not really understand separations. They're not looking at the window sills and the window panes and what views you're getting from the windows. They're not looking at the corner pieces of the houses and these linear flows and exterior flows. There's all kind of flows that all kind of tie together in a design. And the reason why the flows and everything ties together in design is because that's what gives it the value. Okay, if you have a square linear house and you just popped a bunch of circles everywhere, you give it a temporary fix. The client has somewhere to sit outside, but it's not a value. It doesn't add to the architecture. It's not the furniture piece that matches the house, matches the skin of the exterior, the stonework. Like I have some projects that I have going on now that 5 years ago, I would have just thrown a bunch of paver walls and everything else and been done with it. Now I'm looking at the house, I'm looking at the style, I'm looking at the stucco, and I say, okay, I'm going to use pavers for the floor, but for the walls, I'm going to match the same stone that's on the walls in the house, and then one area is going to have the stone. I'm using the same colors to match the top of the stone, and then the stucco area, I got some walls that's going to have the same style stucco. Now, when the realtor or when that house goes up for sale and the realtor takes photos and things like that, that outdoor living piece now has value because it matches everything. It's designed properly. It's not just a guy who has some software drawing a bunch of pretty pictures and putting it together and saying I'm a designer. Being like George, I look at his work and I'm like, man, it's amazing. And he said, Dwayne, I've been doing this since the year 2000. And I look back, I've been designing paver patios for years, but outdoor living, the inspiration hit me about 5 or 6 years ago. And I guess I've excelled a lot faster than most because the dream is still in my mind and it's just going out of control. And every day it just gets more and more and more and more and more and more in depth about what I want to draw, what I want to do. I become more comfortable. I can see things that just pop out and chase me, and I want to race back to the office and draw it. So the message today is, and I'm sorry about keeping it lengthy, I kind of got a little excited, is find the right person for your job. If your area is basic, it's no problem with having a basic local guy sketch out something on a piece of paper. But if your area is beyond basic and you're beyond a basic person, you're not just a person who just wants the same thing that everybody else has. You don't want to match the neighborhood with the same gray look that's in everybody's backyard. You want something unique, something neat. That's when you bring in the designers, the people who've practiced, they have the portfolio, they understand, they've been scratching their heads, they stayed up all night to come with something amazing for their clientele and things like that. Now that I have my badge today, I'm all official for my trade show visit here at the ILandscape show here. So I officially have my badge, just about to walk in, and I'll let you guys see what I see. Kind of look for contractors and suppliers that I can work with very well, and right now I got Chicago Gas Line. I have to say they're probably one of the best in the city. If you're looking for fire features, grills, and things like that, they are the go-to company for that. I'm here with Ryan. Ryan, what's the reason why you say you guys are the go-to?
We're a one-stop shop from start to finish. We run the gas lines, engineer the sizing of the materials, we do the fire pit installations, provide all the material needed, barbecues, outdoor kitchens, you name it, and it's basically a start-to-finish process with the customer, which gets 18-month coverage and full service and warranty throughout the business. So we work for all the top landscape companies in Illinois, basically providing services from start to finish for the gas plumbing systems as well as all the outdoor luxury appliances.
Boom, he was ready for that. All done, really nice event. Pretty decent sized show. I wouldn't say it was a huge show. Decent. I took some video of different products, different things like that, kind of stuff that I like to see. Normally what I do when I come here, I'll pick like some of the newer stuff that I like, that I want to put out there, something for 2018, a newer stone, a newer paver, maybe some furniture lines and things like that. But normally this show doesn't really have anything like that. But hey, thanks for following me today, and we're elevating the outdoor living.